I like his whole, the lead in. I would not advocate for suicide, but this next comedian, I love you too, Ian. Hey, the suicide for the property values, good God, or do we not have any native Idahomies in the building? Fucking Christ, you want to keep your property values low? Just go out in your front yard and blast off your shotgun randomly occasionally, and it really keeps property values low. Don't mow your lawn either. Don't mow your lawn. Don't go somewhere that has an HOA. Just do that. Anybody else doing Sober October? Yeah, oh God, so exciting, so exciting. I am as well, but I had quite the lead-in 2 weekends ago, that Oasis Festival that's out by the Dust Bowl, out by Mountain Home. So I started with golden t-shirt mushrooms for breakfast, and just kept adding on, and by 2 o'clock the drug count was astonishing. It was sass and weed and whiskey and ketamine and LSD, and you know, as somebody who's done all of these drugs and had children, I have to tell you the truth, there does reach a point when you're piling on drugs and you've gone too far, and it's not unlike the onset of labor. It's like, I don't know how long this is going to last. I'm definitely going to barf, probably going to shit myself, and it's going to hurt. But regardless, I'm strapped in for the whole fucking ride. That's where I was at. So I'm kind of glad to maybe clean up a little bit. And I just was kind of, you know. I'm not going sober from caffeine or nicotine, though. I mean, let's not get crazy. Let's not get crazy. I recently fell off the nicotine wagon again, and I was so disappointed in myself until I went to the Oasis Festival, and I was like, oh no, you can do much worse. You can do much worse than just smoking and drinking coffee. I recently turned 51. No, don't cheer that. It just means I failed to die. Come on. That's all it means. I've tried. You heard about the drugs that I've taken. I've tried. Not advocating suicide like Ian. It wouldn't be a true suicide. It would be an accidental overdose, which I would recommend doing at least once in your life. Yeah. People ask me about what my favorite drug is from back in the day. Easy. Narcan, or else I wouldn't be here. Real easy drug to pick out. You know, I'm single and I like it that way. I really do. I've been divorced for some time, and people are like, don't you get lonely? Don't you feel sad? I'm over 50 and I'm divorced. What I hold up as proof that I am very happy is I have 0 cats. What more proof do you need that I'm happy? But people don't believe me. People don't believe me. These friends of mine are always like, you should be in a happy, fulfilling relationship. If I could find one, I would be willing to try it out. And they insist on helping. And I have a lot of male friends. Male friends are the worst for setting you up on dates. The worst. Because they meet a guy and they're like, kind of dig hanging out with him. Like to hang out with him more. Let's try to get him to fuck Tanya. Gee, thanks, champ. Every once in a while, just to humor them, I will go. It's always bad. It's always terrible. But this one in particular was spectacular, Dad. I like a lunch date on a blind date. It's a clearly delineated time, easy way to get out. Right out of the gate, this guy was a problem. He ordered my lunch for me, a salad. Are you saying I'm fat, you stupid cocksucker? But then it got worse from there. He's like, our mutual friend says that you're a comedian. I have to tell you that I don't think female comics are funny. All they talk about is their periods. What? I'm a big fan of comedy, and I've watched a lot of female comics. They do sometimes talk about their periods, but I've never seen the 2-hour mental special. So I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. But he took it even further. He said, you know what? I'm funny. Proceeded to tell me some of the most sexist and racist jokes I've ever heard in my life, which is really saying something. I grew up in a trailer park in Garden City in the 70s. He took my stunned silence for acceptance and suggested we go back to his house for a nooner. Youngers, a nooner, that's an old school term for a midday hookup. I had no choice but to look him in the eye and go, oh, honey, I just started my period. My name is Tanya Cope, but my friends have shortened that to Talco. You have a good night, friend.